A hungry father stood quietly in front of a small street shop, holding only a few coins in his trembling hands. He asked for a packet of bread, but the money wasn't enough. The girl selling at the counter immediately refused. She said they were already struggling. Their mother was sick in the hospital, and they couldn't afford to give food away for free. The man lowered his head in embarrassment and softly explained that he hadn't eaten all day. He collected recyclables for a living, but that day he barely earned anything. All he wanted was one loaf of bread so his children could have something to eat. Most people would have ignored him and moved on, but another young woman standing nearby couldn't bear to watch his pain. Even though her own family was suffering and her mother's medical bills were becoming impossible to pay, she chose kindness over money. She picked up the bread and handed it to the starving man with a gentle smile. The man's eyes filled with tears. He thanked her again and again, saying that this simple loaf of bread would save his children from sleeping hungry that night. Before leaving, he prayed that God would return her kindness 1,000 times over. A few moments later, another woman approached the small shop after witnessing everything. She was deeply touched by the young girl's compassion and asked why she would help someone else while her own family was struggling so much. The girl explained that her sick mother had always taught her one thing: no matter how hard life becomes, never stop helping people who are suffering more than you. Those words touched the stranger's heart. When she learned that the girls were selling their belongings just to pay for their mother's treatment, she did something no one expected. She bought everything they had and then handed them a large amount of money to help save their mother. The sisters were left speechless, but the story didn't end there. Instead of keeping all the money for herself, the kind-hearted girl immediately ran after the poor man who had asked for bread. She stopped him in the street and gave him part of the money too. The man broke down in tears. He said his children would finally be able to eat properly after so many painful days. For the first time in a long while, he felt hope again. That day proved something powerful. Kindness never makes you poor. Sometimes, the little help you give to someone in pain becomes the reason blessings return to your own life in ways you never imagined. Never ignore a hungry person, because one act of compassion can change an entire family's future.